Shalom, family. Here's another Business Insider Africa article that talks about the top 5 African cities with the best quality of life index at the start of 2025. This is from January 7th, 2025. It says that South African cities continue to dominate the top 5 rankings for African cities, much like in the previous year. It says top 5 African cities with the best quality of life index at the start of 2025. Business Insider Africa presents the top 5 African cities with the best quality of life index at the start of 2025. List is courtesy of Numbeo. South African cities continue to dominate the top 5 rankings for African cities, much like in the previous year. It says quality of life is more than just a checklist of conveniences. It is about the experiences that shape our daily lives. It is the joy of getting around without spending hours stuck in traffic, the peace of feeling safe in your neighborhood, the ease of being able to see a doctor when you need to, and the balance of living in an environment that feels healthy and inviting. For many, it's these everyday realities that determine whether a city feels like home or just a place to endure. Numbeo, a data and research powerhouse, recently spotlighted African cities boasting the best quality of life at the start of 2025. The platform employed an aggregate score considering factors such as purchasing power index, safety index, healthcare index, cost of living index, property price to income ratio, traffic commute time, pollution index, and climate index. A higher score on the index signifies a better quality of life, offering a comparative tool to elevate and contrast the living standards in different regions of the world. According to the latest quality of life index by Numbeo, South African cities continue to dominate the top 5 rankings for African cities, much like in the previous year. 4 cities from South Africa have maintained their position on the list, highlighting the country's relative stability in urban living standards despite its socioeconomic challenges. However, a notable change in this year's rankings is the exclusion of Nairobi, Kenya, previously listed with a score of 97.7. Nairobi has fallen off the rankings this year. Meanwhile, Morocco has made a remarkable entry into the top 5, with Casablanca scoring 95.2. Below are the top 5 African cities with the best quality of life index at the start of 2025. Number 1, Cape Town, South Africa. Quality of life 160.2. 2, Pretoria, South Africa, 157.9 quality of life index. Number 3, Durban, South Africa, 149.0 quality of life index. 4, Johannesburg, South Africa, 141.8 quality of life index. And 5th is Morocco, Casablanca, 95.2 quality of life index. So take these places into consideration if you are thinking about moving from America or any other place that the diaspora were scattered to. When thinking about moving to Africa, you should be looking at these things: the quality of life. It talked about how they rank these places, and so you need to be looking at everything that it talks about as it pertains to purchasing power index, safety index, healthcare index, cost of living index, property price to income ratio, traffic commute time, pollution index, and climate index. So it's very important to have these things in mind. And so hopefully the Most High is leading you to move to one of these top 5 places, because they have the top 5 highest rankings for the quality of life index. And Cape Town is very, very high. Like everything in South Africa is all 4 places: Cape Town, Pretoria, Durban, Johannesburg. Oh my, this is great. So in Morocco, I mean, you have to like the desert. Talk about moving to Morocco, but for us who are from America, Cape Town, South Africa would be more of what we would be used to as African Americans moving to Africa, where we can still feel like we have the same conveniences and the same quality of life that we are used to in America, in Africa. And South Africa is that place that will give us the same conveniences and the same quality of life that we are used to here in America, minus the, racism and, unaliving of our people by unarmed people by in the police here. So, and many other factors that would be high on the list to have you thinking about, I think it's time for me to move back to where my ancestors came from. They've been telling us you need to go back to Africa. No, you need to go back to where you came from Europe with the Caucasus Mountains. But anyway, they didn't know they were prophesying what the Holy Scriptures was saying anyway, that he was going to deliver his people out of the lands from which they were scattered back into the land that he promised our forefathers to give us. So anyway, pray that this this information will be a blessing to you. But this is from Business Insider Africa. Okay, so go to this brother. You see his picture right there. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Adekunle. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. So this is this brother that does did this article. Alrighty, family. Love you and shalom.